YouTube, how's it going? Welcome back to Bananas Epic Gaming. And today on Bananas Epic Gaming, we are doing another episode of CageTalk. And I'm going to be talking about Halloween kills. I'm going to be doing a quick review, going over some of the stuff that happened in the movie. And I'm going to give you my thoughts. So please be sure to like and subscribe. Tap the little bell on the YouTube app so you never miss an upload. And here we go. We start off this movie with Cameron, Allison's boyfriend, ex-boyfriend, whatever you want to call him. I'm pretty sure they're still dating. Trying to get a hold of Oscar because he messed up with Allison and he's trying to see if Oscar is with her, seeing Allison. And if you watch 2018, you know Oscar is the guy that fell through the spikes on the fence. As he's walking, he comes up across the body of Officer Hawkins. Hawkins. I'm pretty sure his last name is Hawkins. Officer Hawkins is the one that got attacked by Dr. Sartain. And he's still alive. Cameron saved him. And they say the evil needs to die tonight. And we need to stop him. And Cameron is asking who? And that leads to a flashback of 1978 where we see Hawkins as a young police officer with his partner who are tracking down Michael Myers, and they head to the Michael Myers house. They get inside the Michael Myers house, and as they go upstairs, his partner gets attacked by Michael after his partner was looking out through the same window that Michael would look out of. And Hawkins tried to shoot Michael, but he ended up shooting his partner, killing his partner. Now Michael walked outside and he was immediately surrounded by cops. Dr. Loomis stand-in, because Donald Pleasance is no longer with us. He passed away after part 6, or like right before part 6 got released. And they were saying, did Michael kill again? So basically Hawkins is the one that got Michael back into Smith's Grove Sanitarium. And we find out that, like near the end of the movie, that Hawkins stopped the opportunity of Michael getting shot in the head, point blank execution style, because he thought that that's somebody's son and he should just be locked away forever, is what I took from it. Flash forward to present day, we have a legacy character, Lonnie. Lonnie was a person that was picking on Tommy Doyle, and we find out in this movie that he was getting picked on by somebody and the Maloney's family. They were picking on him the night that Michael was doing the killings of part 1. And Lonnie had a face-to-face encounter with Michael and he escaped. And that's before Officer Hawkins and his partner went to the Myers house. They ran into him across the street from the Myers house. But Lonnie is joined with Lindsay Wallace, Tommy Doyle, and the nurse Mary Winnington, I believe that's her last name, from the original Halloween. Tommy and Lindsay were the little kids. Mary was the person that Michael stole her car in the first movie, and Mary was also in Halloween H2O. They're all at a bar celebrating 40 years of Michael being locked up and incarcerated. But little do they know he's been killing around town, and they cheers to Lori and say, wherever you are, we miss you, or in something in that regard. And that's when we get to Lori when the ambulance or the fire trucks are zooming past her in the truck. And that's where one of the first things we see in the first teaser trailer is that, and Lori saying, let him burn. And that leads into this scene where the firefighters go to put out the fire at Lori's house, but little do they know Michael Myers is hiding in the armory room inside of the basement. I'm sorry, I couldn't think of the word right there. And Michael Myers kills according to the movie, he kills 11 first responders. And we got that spoiled for us in the trailer. And when I say he killed him, he did some unique kills that I've never seen Michael do. He used like a hacksaw, buzzsaw. He used a fire axe. He used, and I think another weapon that I didn't really recognize. But if that wasn't spoiled in the trailer, that would have been a tremendous scene to see. Like, oh my god, he's not holding back. So this entire movie is like the people of Haddonfield being fed up and wanting to take their town back. It was like them going after Michael. It was the town versus Michael. And spoiler alert, Michael's gonna win. No matter what. We see him kill 11 firefighters and a mob of people near the end. Firefighters in the beginning, the mob of people near the end. And he kills like a handful of people on his way. Because all Michael wanted to do was go home, really. He wants to go home and look out his sister's window, is what they said. And these are some of the best death scenes that I've seen in a Halloween movie in a long time. And I'm not counting the Rob Zombie ones. My favorite death scene had to have been the Cameron's death scene. And I'll talk about that in a few minutes. One character that I want to talk about real quick is a legacy character, and that is Lindsay, as you can see on the screen. Lindsay is one of the originals. She was the little kid from Halloween 1. And she is Lindsay from Halloween 4. But Halloween 4 is not in this timeline. And they left her open to come back. Michael does beat her up a little after he kills Mary and the doctor and the nurse and that little kid in the park. But he just beats up Lindsay a little bit, and Lindsay runs and hides. And they're playing like cat and mouse. And Lindsay managed to survive. And I would love to see her come back. If she dies and Halloween ends, I'll make it better than Tommy's character's death. And I'll talk about how Tommy died and why I'm okay with him dying in a little bit. A highlight of this movie for me was Big John and Little John. The couple that lived in the Myers house. They were hilarious when they were picking and spooking on the little kids that broke into the house to steal all their candy. And their death scenes, Big John's was nasty. Little John's was a basic just knife stab. We didn't know what Michael did to him at the end, but Michael set him up like they were dolls for somebody to find him. And I would have to give Big John one of the best death scenes next to Cameron. Okay, I don't want to talk about that much more because I don't want to give away a lot. I want you to go see this movie. But the next thing I want to talk about is Anthony Michael Hall, who plays Tommy. Now, Tommy, he was played by Paul Rudd in the Thorn, the 4, 5, and 6 trilogy of movies. And I thought Anthony Michael Hall did a good job. But I hated Tommy in this movie. I get wanting to make Michael die and get revenge on everything that he's done to the town. But there's a scene in the hospital where people that have seen Michael, if everybody would have just stopped and asked Karen, asked Lori, asked Brackett, who's in this movie, is that him? They could have easily avoided that entire situation. Because that went from 0 to 100. And then when he eventually does die after the entire mob the entire people that he was with ganged up and beat up Michael and had him down, supposedly out cold with a knife in his back, and he was the last one to die, you did not feel sorry for him. You did not feel that sorry for him. He got beat with a baseball bat, his baseball bat. And it's all because he didn't do the smart thing. He should have had a game plan when they were going after Michael. And when they had Michael on the floor, they should have handcuffed him. But they didn't. They all just stood around Michael, and they were all taking turns letting Michael slice him up one by one. You attack him together, especially when he hops up Superman style. Tommy Doyle is dead in this universe now. Okay, last few things. And Allison, she's in the big climax of Michael at the Myers house, and her and her boyfriend Cameron and Lonnie are all there. Lonnie's dead, and I'll get to Cameron's death here right after this, but Allison tries to save Cameron and ends up getting her leg broken and becoming out of action, not being able to do anything for the rest of the film. And now, seeing that his dad is dead, Cameron sees Michael and starts shooting, but Michael easily overpowers him and has his way. Michael ends up ramming his body through the staircase into his, like, where the top of the guardrail is, and he goes up and down on Cameron, like starting to break his neck. And as Michael's walking down to fight Allison, before she breaks her leg, he cleanly snaps his neck and kills him. So we got what we wanted, and I got what I predicted. I said that Cameron is going to redeem himself and he's going to die. I said that in a couple videos ago. And he deserved that death scene, but he did not really deserve that type of death scene, because that was brutal to watch. Before I get to the big ending, the big cliffhanger, I'm going to give you my quick thoughts on this movie. I thought The Halloween Kills was a decent horror movie popcorn flick. I enjoyed it, but it felt like there were a few scenes missing. And other than that, good kills. Michael is a total badass in this movie. I love that. And I would definitely watch it again. And all the people that are hating on it right now is because of one scene in particular. And I'm not going to show that scene here, but I'll talk about it. And that's when they unmask Michael Myers. We see it in the trailer, and everybody was like, "Oh no, you don't do that. You do not unmask Michael." That is like having a Nightmare on Elm Street where Freddy Krueger is not played by Robert Englund. It doesn't go well, and it won't go well. But we didn't really see his face because they did a wide shot where it was far away, so we didn't see exactly what he looked like. We just saw that he had like it looked like a bullet hole or like a scar, and he was like bleeding on his cheek when he put his mask on. And that's okay. We didn't really see Michael's face, and I'm okay with that. With him taking the mask off, or getting his mask taken off, then getting ready to go to battle against the townspeople, which he did, like right before the end. And now, if you don't want to know the ending, please like, subscribe, and turn away now. Okay, here we go. So after Michael gets beat up and gets trapped by Karen with Tommy Doyle and Brackett and the people of Haddonfield, Karen leaves, goes to Allison, and she looks up in the window and she sees a young Michael, what looks like a young Michael, inside of the house. She goes upstairs and she's looking out the window, and then out of nowhere, Michael Myers appears and brutally, repeatedly stabs Karen and kills Karen. They killed Judy Greer off at the end of the movie. I knew one of them was gonna die, but I didn't know they were gonna die like that. And we get a monologue with Laurie saying that if they don't defeat him this Halloween, the next Halloween, or someday soon they will. On those lines. And that's how they ended the movie. I was shocked that they were going to kill Judy Greer off like that. But it makes sense. Give Laurie a reason to come back and kill Michael, and give Allison a reason to go after Michael. Michael killed her dad, killed her mom, and her boyfriend, and her friends. So Halloween Ends is looking up to be like it's going to be a really good movie. And they start filming in January. I want to thank you guys for watching. Please be sure to like and subscribe. Tap the little bell on the YouTube app so you never miss an upload. Let me know what you think. Peace.